The views expressed in this video are that of the content creator, not of their employer. My name's Brownie. I'm in my 30s, mid-career corrections officer. I've seen things most people only read about. Been assaulted, lost my mom at 17, got thrown out at 19. I've worked HVAC, I've started businesses, built a family, but most importantly, I've survived. This channel isn't about pretending life's easy. It's about figuring it out anyway. I'm doing this for me. If it helps you too, stick around. Alright, Officer Brownie here. So, you saw all the recruitment videos on TikTok. You know somebody who knows somebody, or you have an uncle that was in corrections and they survived Attica, and oh my god, it's a horror show. Or you watch the news and you see the Marcy 12 and the Robert Brown. You think, somehow, okay, can I do this? You can. You can support your family. You can get really great benefits. I make, after 8.5 years on the job, my base pay is $80,000 a year. Figure I do 120 shifts a year, uh, overtime comes out to about 800-900 hours, something along them lines. Probably put away. If I don't do any overtime, obviously it's 80 grand a year. With overtime, probably make 120 grand a year. Average median income without corrections is about $45,000 to $55,000. Guys start out probably 60,000, 65,000. Yeah, that's about what you make probably flipping burgers, I guess. Oh, hello, can I take your order? Would you like fries with that? Or you take the job with corrections, you survive the academy, you get sent to your first prison. Realize, you know, 95% of the time I'm not doing anything. 5% of the time I'm a psychiatrist, WWE wrestler, I'm a hall monitor, I'm a babysitter, daycare, etc. But it's a tough job, but you can support your family on it. What goes into a day-to-day job as a officer? Well, you punch in, you stand for your lineup. They tell you, if you're lucky, what's going on in the state, what happened last night, etc. You go down back, you get your keys, you get your radio, and you basically clock in for the day. At corrections, there's a bunch of jobs inside the jail. There's a housing unit officer, there's a control officer, there's the arsenal officer, a hallway officer. Basically, if you can think of it, where an incarcerated individual passes, there's an officer for it, right? A lot of people tell you, like, oh, don't take the job, don't waste your life, da 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 da. Well, a lot of us, unless you come from North Country and you're third or fourth generation corrections, find ourselves in corrections because nothing else panned out in life. And that's okay. That's okay if you find yourself there. You can support yourself. You can support a family. Support your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever side of the street you fall into. Get good benefits. I mean, I pay a $25 copay for damn near everything I go to see a doctor for. X-rays are covered, MRIs are covered. I got 2 cars, mine and the wife's. They're paid for. We paid them off before the loan came due. Live in a nice apartment. If you're fortunate enough to own a house, you can make your house note payment on it. One thing I will say is be prepared to work overtime, because right now it's a bad staffing issue. Jails are running anywhere from 70% to 50% officer status. Some jails are running less than 50. National Guards in the jail. God bless the National Guard, but they're horrible corrections officers. That's not their fault. They're not trained for that. But should you take the job? If you don't have a college education, if you don't have a high school diploma, you got your GED equivalent, yeah, take the job. There's plenty of jails in the state where you can make a good living. Some jails, if you really want to live there, you can live there. You know, you're gonna have a use of force, almost assuredly. You're gonna have an unusual incident, almost assuredly. If you be assaulted, more often than not, whether it be verbally or physically. But virtually anybody can take this job. It comes down to what kind of an officer you want to be, right? Are you gonna be, Dirty Harry when you come in, and you're gonna be Billy Badass and write everybody up? Only thing I can tell you is you better be that way for the entire 8 hours, 16 hours, otherwise they're gonna know. First walk onto the unit, you're off your OJT. It's a little intimidating, not gonna lie. You're it. A lot of times it's you and 100 individuals, all who aren't there for being Boy Scouts. But you talk to people. You might have seen some of the other videos where I say talking will keep you alive. It will. IPC skills, the ability to de-escalate a situation, will take you far farther than putting hands on someone. That whole up north vibe of, welcome to the state, we have no problem putting hands on you. That's not the way you should do a career, right? I'm not saying be a pushover. Don't ever put your hands on somebody. The day will come, but that's not what the department stands for. That's not what we do. That's for every bad officer, for every bad individual that ends up in the news that wears blue. You're talking 100 to 200 others, just like you and me. College wasn't our scene, or we flunked out of college, or we don't really know how to do anything else. Took a job to pay the bills and support our family. We make a few friends along the way, great. If not, that's not why we're there. Some people make the job their personality, which I think is a foolish thing, but to each their own. But I can tell you, being a corrections officer allows me to live the way I want to live. Allows me to make the amount of money I want to make. I could put $35,000 a year with 8.5 years on a job. I could put an extra $35,000 a year away in my pocket. And 90% of the time, I'm not doing anything other than occupying space, right? So I go into the job looking at it like this. I'm just there to open and close the cell doors. I work in a max. My medium officers or anybody that gets sent to a medium, God bless you. I don't never worked a medium. They're in like a dormitory setting, open air setting. Go sit on your bed and think about what you've done. You're dealing with grown men, 18 and older. Didn't work when your mother said that to you, did it? Didn't work when your father said that to you, did it? It's not going to work with that, man. No, but you learn how to talk to people. You have the ability to talk to people. You have the ability to be calm, firm, fair, consistent. It's a good gig. It really is. Yeah, you don't have a lot of free time, but staffing crises end, administrations change. You show up to work, you clock in, you do what's expected of you, and you clock out, you go home. Don't take it with you. Best advice I can give. You can make it. You can survive the job. You can make it a career. Take promotion. You can be a sergeant, be a lieutenant. I don't recommend being a captain, but if you like admin work, hey, be a captain. Captain will be a DSS, DSS to the first step, superintendent, etc. Sky's the limit. We have assistant commissioners at paperclips. That's hyperbole, docs, don't sue me. Marticello, you're doing a fine job. The building's only on fire every other Thursday. But you're doing all right. Take the job, you're going to do all right. It's not a matter of, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm so scared, da 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 da. I'm not going to tell you there's nothing to be afraid of, but use the fear to make you pay attention, right? Anybody who's in law enforcement currently, or soldier, or EMT, firefighter, whatever, they're all scared. Anybody who tells you otherwise is a liar. Well, you can take this job. You can support a family if, a family is what you want to do. If you're a bachelor, you can buy yourself nice things, get yourself a nice house. You can set yourself up nice. And the best part is, say you take the job at 21, right? I don't advise taking the job under 21. If you take the job at 21, be retired in your 40s. Retired. What other job do you know right now, 2026, where you can retire in your 40s with a pension, with guaranteed health care? Granted, it'll still cost you money at the end of it. But, if you're a good boy and girl or cat or whatever we're identifying as, it's no shame there, but you retire in your 40s. Me, I'm going to retire in my 50s. I took the job at 25. Math is math, and I'll walk out the door when I'm 51, because I was like 25 and change when I took it. Eat right, sleep when you can. Don't do heavy drugs, don't drink a lot. I smoke cigars. Yeah, my wife don't like it, but gotta do something to keep it straight. In any event, if you're thinking about being a CO, do it. Best thing I could tell you. Do it. It's a good gig, good paying gig, good career. Yeah, not gonna lie to you. I see a lot of bad stuff. I see a lot of bad things, a lot of violence. But if you're willing to be okay with that, you're gonna get a good paycheck, gonna get good benefits. You'll be okay. It's a good way to make a living. All right. Good luck. God bless. God bless. Or, whatever you pray to, may they bless you. Officer Brownie out.